So at the Orlando RV show, we walked through a lot of campers, realized that even though other companies have floor plans we like, there's only a couple brands we really liked. And we were able to walk through Brinkley's without a huge crowd. When we were in Tampa, it's the first time us seeing Brinkley's in person. Brinkley had one of the smallest areas, which, to be fair, they don't have that many floor plans compared to some manufacturers, but they had one of the smallest areas at Tampa, and they probably had the most people. It was full. Every Brinkley had, I wouldn't be surprised if there's 10 people inside each one, and the center area is just packed. At the Orlando show, they brought, there's probably 5-6 Brinkleys, had a bumper pole, a few toy haulers, and we were able to really look through some of these Brinkleys without people in them, and we fell in love with one of them. It's the 3610. It's the Model Z 3610. So it is the mid-bunk floor plan, and one thing led to another, and we wandered into having a new camper behind our truck. So at the Orlando RV show, we lined it up for Friday to pick it up pretty locally. It's like 45 minutes away. Mm-hmm. And we live in our RV full time, so we were sitting there, going through some of the stuff we need to move and whatever. And as we're getting closer to Friday, weather kept saying big rain, big rain. It pushed across the Gulf from Texas, so it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. We're like, oh shoot, this is gonna stink to move all our stuff. It's like you don't realize how many bottles of soap and pieces of clothing and things that take a lot of trips, but have to be moved back and forth. Not necessarily things that are that heavy. The fridge, we got condiments and things, like a bunch of little pieces that you have to move, and we're like, oh, this stinks. So we decided to we actually rented a U-Haul, a
little trailer,
just a little. It was ended up getting a 5x8 trailer, and we just parked it in our spot, and we just put over half of our stuff in it, just so that we didn't have to move it later. And then we had some stuff in our car as well, but not having to do that stuff in the rain, we've seen benefit in that. So we went ahead with that, got everything moved into there. We lined it up for 1 o'clock. Doing it again, I'd plan a little bit sooner, because by the time you do the walkthrough, the finishing the paperwork inside the office, and then move your stuff, be prepared for 3 to 4 hours. Even if you're just weekend camping, if you didn't pull your stuff out and put it in your garage or something, I would prepare 3 to 4 hours at least by the time you do everything, get rehooked up, and get on the road. So I would do the 11. We actually rolled in. I was thinking, have food, not have to worry about that and whatever. But we rolled in, and they actually were making hot dogs. They had a roller machine rolling, and it turned out pretty good. Didn't have to worry about it. So then the 11 or whatever would have been pretty nice. But worked out okay. It ended up being sunny while we were moving. Moved everything across. It was 65 degrees out, so Princess just chilled in the truck. Yeah, that's what she's doing all day Friday. She heard the word truck, and now she's got her eyes open. But they just chilled in there with the windows down, and it went pretty good, I think.
Oh, yeah. We still had stuff in our Cougar, our whole closet, and just some other random stuff. Of course, all the food that we still had to move.
All the dry food.
The pantry food, if you will. That took forever to move. So we still had some stuff. So I would think...
Pans.
Yeah, I think that took maybe an hour. Hour and a half? No.
Probably an hour and a half.
So even if you're, only weekending and you didn't unload like he said, you'd be surprised how much stuff you might still have to move, and it actually takes a minute.
Yeah. We had the hole underneath in the U-Haul. Mm-hmm. So if you're weekending, like when we were weekending, we'd still have it's just yard games, chairs, random, campsite stuff, leveling blocks, chalks, X blocks, extension cord if you have it, the sewer system, sewer tubing, like all that stuff. Just you don't think about it, but if you were weekending and you didn't pull it out before you traded it in, you were going to do it there. You're still going to spend an hour and a half at least doing it.
So it was nice we were able to just unhook all the utility stuff, like the stinky slinky, the water hose. Like we capped off everything, left it on the ground. So that was nice. But yeah, we still had quite a bit of stuff, and it is surprising though how much stuff you can fit into a tiny space.
Moving in, like when we swapped at the dealer, we pretty much just stuffed things places that they could travel, an hour-ish back and not have to worry about them. Our floor plan is entirely different. If already seeing the video, Brinkley doesn't have front living. They don't have a full-on rear kitchen. Like that would kind of be similar to what we had. It's a completely different layout, especially 3610 being the bunk room and whatever. So it's got more storage, but it's all different spots. So like we don't have the same kitchen cabinets, are a little bit different. Some of them are shorter because they're in the slide, which is nice. It makes this area very big. But like you have to decide, is this pantry? Where's the spare blankets go? Is this office stuff? Were we going to put it in the office, or we're going to put it at the desk table? Or it's just a lot of moving stuff around that you don't really expect because the floor plan is so much different.
It took us all day yesterday. Even Friday when we got home, we did what we could in here with what we put in here already, sort of. And then yesterday it was just, okay, where are we going to put this? Where are we going to put this? So it takes a lot of time, especially when your floor plan is nowhere near the same. But we got everything where we think we want it. Functions really well, so yeah. Hi, sis.
That's her favorite addition to this camper is the nice wide cloth couch. She loves a nice good couch.
Did you mention what camper we got?
Yeah.
Okay. You did? A Brinkley?
Yeah, Brinkley
3610. There you go. Just in case we missed it.
Why we decided to change was we were kind of looking, but nothing serious. I mean, we were happy with our Cougar. Mm-hmm. What really tipped it over is just having a lot of nicer features that aren't going to wear as quickly, having better insulation. Like you can tell that, especially when you're at the Orlando show and there's less people in it, like you can tell that you can't hear the outside noises, the generators and stuff running as much in here as compared to other campers throughout the show. You can tell like the drawers, the dovetail drawers, the cabinets, everything just feels nicer and well put together, and it feels like it's going to wear better. This being our house, like this is where we are all the time, every day. We just wanted some nicer touches and nicer things in our space every day that would last and not show wear. And yeah, so that's kind of what steered us towards the Brinkley. Just knowing that it has a lot of those little things. Like there's a ton of things you can talk through that Brinkley does at their factory that really should inspire confidence in people looking at Brinkley campers. We can discuss that at a different time, but there's tons of videos out there. A lot of great creators showed factory tours, but yeah, that's the biggest, I think. Just wanted to get into something a little bit nicer, a little bit better sealed up, more insulated, just, more of a house, I guess. It's still on wheels, and there's still, it's still a camper.
It's still a camper,
but it's a lot nicer.
It feels real homey. I mean, modern touches. Like Brinkley really knows how to, they know the industry and what people are looking for, and they don't skimp on little things. So that's also what's nice. I mean, I feel like they try to put as much storage where they can. They don't waste space. I don't know. It's just a really well built RV, and we love it.